their children on the island little drawing lessons. I want to see some of your drawings. Let's take a journey to the student gallery.
Do you have a Calculator?
Calculator?
Yeah.
Gotta find a student gallery. Where is it? Where's the student gallery? Nope, this isn't it. Nope, not here either. Oh, here it is, the student gallery.
I picked these extraordinary drawings because they fit so well with our whole South Pacific
Watch
island
Jumanji
theme.
tonight.
Here's a drawing by Ian, a beautiful
let's
pencil
see. I wanna
etching
get
with
some
some
picture
shading, a
stuff
little
done
submarine, a
first,
great fish. Look, it even shaded the bubbles. Now that's called some great detail. I'll show you another drawing with that island theme. Here's a three-dimensional colorful cow. This is drawn by Amber, 13 from Nevada. Look at the palm tree. That reminded me of the island theme, so that's why I included it in this one. I think that's the most difficult part of my day is when I get to go through the thousands and thousands of beautiful pictures you kids send in, and then trying to just pick 3 or 4 to show on this imagination station. I tell you, that's really hard because they're all so brilliant. Look at this drawing. Here's Tammy, 9 in Alaska. She sent this drawing in. Look at the contrast for the shadow overlapping on the arms of the squid. Oh, here's the shark up here. This is why I picked it, because I saw so many sharks. My sharks weren't singing though. Hallelujah, great. Here's Annie, 9 years old. Now she was at one of my school assemblies down in Houston, Texas when I was down there. She mailed me a drawing. Look at this beautiful underwater colony with tubes. That's like little hamster tubes. That's how they travel between areas. She sent a little picture in. Hello, I'm the genius artist of the whole aquatic planet. Long live pencil power! I get so inspired when I see your drawings. Let's draw some more. If you want to send me a letter, send it to Mark Kistler's Imagination Station, Post Office Box 41031, Santa Barbara, California, 93140. Always include a self-addressed stamped envelope. That's really important, self-addressed stamped envelope. You can always draw with me on the internet at www.draw3d.com. There's lots of drawings, really cool website links, and all kinds of student gallery pictures. I want to draw some more on here. I'm going to put some foreshortened ripples. Now, these foreshortened ripples are really important. Now, watch this. Since that's our Renaissance word, I'm going to really emphasize it. I'm going to keep repeating that. I know you hear me say these words over and over and over again, but you really can't use these words too much, no matter what. You notice how I get really quiet when I'm drawing? See that? That's because I'm concentrating. No matter what you draw, if it's a landscape or if it's a machine or if it's a spacecraft, you're going to use these Renaissance words to make them really pop off the paper. Let's go to the other side. I'm going to use a light line. I'm going to come over here and create that whole scene. See that? I'm going to do my light lines right over the palm trees because when we shade that in, it will really clarify it. So you can get the detail in here. Look, it's a very busy area in the drawing, isn't it? Now, the pencil is going to help separate those islands in atoll. See, now, these are the 4 islands. And then I'm going to take my pencil and shade. We'll start with the back up here. I'm going to move my hand down. If I started down here and moved up, I might smear and make the drawing messy. So I'll start with these palm trees in the back, create some shading on the leaves. Then I'll move my way down to the little coconuts. That's the main source of food and all kinds of supplies, from building houses to drinks to soups to medicines. It's amazing how many uses, hundreds of uses of the coconut. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to shade this leaf here. I have that wonderful music from Dan to help our whole island theme, our whole drawing to come across here. Now, I'm going to move down to this island in the front right here. I'm going to shade the left side away from the sun setting over here in the far over here in the west. I'm going to shade across here, all the way across, down, blending. And then I need to put that horizon. That's our Renaissance word. So way back here, you see the horizon line. That's going to be your eye level. That's going to be way in the distance over here. You can even, let's put some sailing vessels. Let's put some ships, some sails. As you sail away, you go down over the horizon, off to Tonga. That was such an emotional farewell. I don't think I'll ever forget that for as long as I live. That's why when you send letters to my friends, the master sends to Les and John and his wonderful family, make sure you send them all kinds of hellos from me, okay? I'm going to shade all the way down here. I want to put a couple more sharks because that was a real experience. Wherever I went, there were sharks. I've never seen so many sharks in my whole life. Now, when we sailed out there, we were always looking out for the sharks. Now, check out this cool animation by Sten McKenzie. He lives in Chicago, and he did this piece. It's called The Shark on the Prow. Wasn't that neat? I can't wait to see what kind of animated bits you'll be doing when you get into junior high and high school. Maybe we can mail them into me. We can show them here on the Imagination Station. I'm going to blend some more shading. So I'm almost out of time. I can't believe how fast this magical time that we can spend together goes. It just flies by, doesn't it? I tell you, it's all about having that art attack. Art attack! Pencils up on your head! Hey! Jaw, 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 jaw. We're in that art attack mode. You know what this is, don't you? That's my friend Les getting a coconut for me. And over here in this tree, here's my brother. He's climbing up into this coconut over here. See that? There's my brother's feet and there's Les's feet. Okay, pull back. Let's take a nice wide shot all the way across here. And you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of contrast right down here. See? You can put a contrast along the ripples. I'm going to put a nice contrast along the ripples. Shade the sharks. You can finish the detail later. I'm going to shade around here, shade around here. Oh, what a wonderful drawing. It's hard to leave the South Pacific, but we have a very exciting, very special artist from the Osage tribe. We have Wendy Ponca. It's going to be doing some really cool, detailed, textured body tracing.
Oh, great. That's what I just needed. Oh, it's a picture video. It's a
Some very cool body tracing that was painted and filled in with great textures from Wendy Ponca and her daughter Alex, who's 12 and joining us today. Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Hi, Alex.
Hi.
So go ahead and fill in your body tracing. Tell us, actually, before you start filling it in, why don't you tell me the process, how you started this whole event here?
Well, first of all, I had Alex lay down on the paper and I traced around her with a black marker, just outlined her body.
There she is on the paper. I see she's getting all bored. Oh, when's Mom going to finish the tracing? Oh, wait, you're tickling her. Oh, stop tickling me, Mom. And then she's, oh, you're almost done. So you're tracing her. Okay, go ahead, Wendy.
Okay, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to fill in with the texture, fill in all the details, and don't forget the background.
No, this can't go
yeah,
as
you
slow.
can go ahead
I'm
and
gonna
take
do
your
a different
time
way.
and have fun.
But the first thing we're using is some chalk, some chalk pastels, and then we'll use some paint and some glitter.
You could just go absolutely crazy with this.
Yeah.
So you can use all different kinds of media, different colors. The more colors, the brighter you look.
Yeah, and mix up the mediums. That's always a lot of fun,
Mhm.
too.
Now, you're a teacher, right, Wendy?
Yeah, I teach at the Institute of American Indian Arts in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
The IAIA.
Yeah, it's the only art school for Native Americans in the world.
You know, what's the website, is that correct?
Yes.
So they could, if children were to go to that website, they could actually see some artwork and some other ideas, activities.
Yes,
right
they could. Yes, they could. There's a website there with faculty and alumni and student work, which is really great. It's traditional Native American arts and contemporary arts, just like what we're doing here today.
So this is contemporary art. Very,
Yeah.
very cool. Modern day art. Tell me more about your heritage.
Well, we're Osage Indian from Oklahoma, and we're the only tribe in Oklahoma. Actually, the whole state of Oklahoma was Indian territory, and we're the only tribe left that has our reservation intact. So we're kind of special in that unique way.
I like your hair up here. That's very cool, Alex. The red hair. Wah! Whenever I draw hair, I go nuts. Just go absolutely crazy. Now you're putting a background on,
Yeah.
so you're thinking of all the space, not just the body here.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
the background and all
Yeah.
the shirt.
Makes the horizon.
Now, does it have to look like the real person, or can you go nuts?
Oh yeah, go nuts. That's more fun.
The more creative you are with it, the better it is, huh?
Yes.
You can make like little aliens, huh? What else could you do with it?
Wonder Woman.
You can be a superhero, a super alien. So now, so you just use chalk. What other mediums can you do? Can you,
Paint.
you can always use some paint, right? I see you brought some glue too. What would that be for?
We could put some silver glitter.
You and some painting up here. Why don't you work over here on your arm, Alex, so the camera can see your work? This is cool. Very, very nice. Now, Alex, you can look up just for a second. Look up on the TV monitor over here. See what a nice face you have? Isn't that cool? Look at your face. It's like you're just going, I need some soup. All the way down. You can add, oh, and I see you're going to combine the two mediums to create a nice texture. Very, very cool. Now, I see you're using dots and dabs and different kinds of strokes.
Yeah.
Give me some ideas of other things you can do.
Well, what you could do is instead of using a paintbrush, you can like use your fingers to
Ooh.
put the paint on with too, which is always interesting and fun to do. And smear, rub all the textures together, and it helps to shade it.
Now, you actually do this project with your students where you teach?
Yeah, and I do it with a lot of younger kids, and it's always fun to also, you can do collage, you can cut out words from the newspapers and from magazines and stuff, and you can add words to your art.
Do you like teaching children?
I love it. It's the most
Fantastic.
important people to teach are children.
That reminds me, remember when I was doing that whole Palmerston Island theme? We were drawing the islands out there. And I forgot to mention the fact that if you're a teacher watching the Imagination Station and you want to spend 6 months in exotic island, they desperately need an elementary school teacher out there for the 50 children. They don't have a teacher right now, so that's one of my dreams, to go over there and teach them. This would be an activity I would do with them in a second. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
They could just write to the Blue House there at the Palmerston Atoll in South Pacific, in the South Pacific Republic, all the way across here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring that address up for the teachers who are interested in spending 6 months on the island. It's Blue House, Palmerston Atoll, Cook Island Republic, South Pacific, just so you can have that as a reference. They would love to hear from you. All kinds. You have a whole minute, so what else, Queen, we could put some glitter on?
Okay.
And put a little bit of glue. This is exotic. What an adventure. Alex, did you have fun coming on here? Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the Imagination Station. This is so cool.
Yeah, and also if you know, since the
You know what? You're not Mike, so I'm going to have your mom translate for you here. If the paint is wet,
glitter on the paint is wet, you can just
just throw the glitter on there. We didn't know you were going to be so talkative. We would have given you a microphone. You could put glitter all over it. You could put the glue, and then you put the whole glitter across
Yeah,
here.
this is great fun.
Now, I wonder if they could see that. Can you see it on the camera? Move that down just a bit. This is really, what did they have? A giant clump of glue, and they went nuts. Oh, I am the art masterpiece of the century. Look at that. Wait, California. You can have so much fun with your drawing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Wendy and Alex, for
Thank you.
being on the Imagination Station. You guys go ahead and draw all you can. Keep going. Remember the 3Ds of drawing, guys. Dream it, draw, and do it. And please remember, if you're a teacher, send the folks at Palmerston Atoll a letter and saying let them know that you'd like to join them down there. Remember the 3Ds of drawing. I hope you can join me again next time on the Imagination Station. And thank you, Dan, the music man. Thumbs up. Yeah.
Look at that. Let's do this. About my butt fire. I think I put my butt on fire. Butt.
Mark Kistler's Imagination Station is made possible by Simon & Schuster, publisher of Mark Kistler's Web Wizards and drawing and 3D books and other fun books for children. And the Mark Kistler Fund created children's television, encouraging children to explore their imagination through drawing, reading, and the arts, and geniuses like you.
Imagination Station is made possible by Simon & Schuster, publisher of Mark Kistler's drawing books and other fun books for children. The Mark Kistler Fund for Creative Children's Television, encouraging children to explore their imaginations in drawing, reading, and the arts.
And this is
And
a
our
poop
new
and a
staff
poops.
productions, Drawing on television to advance art, science, and literature in our children's future. And geniuses like you.
Oh, I gotta get between the lions. Damn it. I really want to get that.
Copy, pencil, glass, and paper. Get ready, it's almost time to show you how to get on the paper what's in your mind. A rocket ship, a pair of shoes, a shooting star, and some kangaroos on the imagination station. Of the imagination station. Hey, you little achievers, are you ready to frolic again? Welcome back to the Imagination Station, a place for cool, creative discovery with your tinsel power.
This
So
is
if you're
a
ready, we have
5.
a lot of drawings to do today. Today, fitting with our theme of the letter C, we're going to draw colorful coral. 2 C's in a row, pretty cool. Kim Song is our special guest artist today. We had so much fun with her on the last episode. We invited her to come back. And then we have a special painting from the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. This is our art history adventure. Pretty darn cool. Wait till you see it. And the 2 Renaissance words we're going to learn today are contour and size. So if you're ready, get a black D, stretch that thumb, shake out your fingers, get all ready to go. Other hand up in that sky here. Finger aerobics part 2. Stretch that thumb. Pinky push-ups. Fix your hair so it
You got doing.
and get your hands ready. So if you're ready, let's take our sharp pencils and our sketch pad and let's jump right into our lesson. We're going to draw some coral. Now I'm going to use the whole page in my sketch pad as our picture for today. I'll use the warm-up in this area up here. I think we'll draw like a fish coming towards
Let me show a fish.
and over here I'll draw jelly. Some of the creatures that live on the coral reef, and again, we'll draw the coral as it builds up over millions of years. The coral reef's been around for hundreds of millions of years. And if with your kids' help, and if you enjoy the coral as much as I do, you're going to make it help it last another 100 million years. We're all very conscious, artistic, planet-saving geniuses. I'm going to draw with the darkest pencil. Start with that 3D here. You don't have to have all these different sizes of pencils.
I don't think so.
Just the higher the number of feet, the darker the legend is. So I'm going to start with a little fish here coming right towards you. Got a little fish looking around. Hey, who are you? Let's draw his eyes. He's coming straight towards you. We're changing the angle, the perspective on the fish. Instead of drawing the side view or 3/4, we'll draw it coming right at you. And draw his eyes. He's looking around. A little reflection inside. Overlapping right there on the eyes. Here's the eye. Nice. I'm going to have a little reflection right inside there. Put some eyelashes. Oh, I'm so beautiful today. It's a fashion fish. Like you have the goldfish and the angel fish. This is the fashion fish. I'm a beautiful fish, and we'll have his mouth. Surprise. Who are you? Oh no, it's a human scuba diver. That's okay, fishy. We're not scuba hunters. We're scuba explorers.
I must be when I have water.
Now, they really have these boards you can draw on black pencil into the ocean. Like when I dive, sometimes I go down and
No.
black pencil and sketch out a drawing over there. Well, let's come back over here to the fish. We'll draw the vegan. This is a parrotfish.
She's watching a TV show while driving. Are you kidding me?
Fins on the sides. The perspective of the fish coming right at you. Overlapping from that. Let's come on in here a little bit tighter. I want the kids to really see this fish here. Come on in here. See how I used to put the little tube here? The eyes are overlapping. I'm going to use the side of my pencil to shade it. All the way down. Come even tighter if you want. Shade over here. Put the dorsal fin on top. Now, what you did here, very simple sketch. You can do this at school. You can do this. You teach your brother and your sister how to draw. So you have brothers and sisters. Other drawings that you can help with. Now, I'm going to move over on this side, right over here next to the fish. I'm going to draw another picture of this on the coral. Let's say this guy's all surprised he sees you. Whoa, it's the human kids. I'm going to put a foreshortened circle up here. And this one's going to use a little more. Let's add that. Just a second. Top of the jellyfish. Jellyfish are really beautiful, but you don't want to swim too close to them because they have these stingers that come out.
put a canal.
The stingers flow out.
Look how scary
I want
right
the kids
now.
to really see this area
yes.
right in here, so we're going to take a
Oh,
closer
yourself?
look at this.
Yeah,
How's that
you.
drawing?
I do.
Some more long. Now this is variety. See how these little details are adding to our jellyfish as it goes on this coral reef? Details, details, details. Boys, the more details you add to your drawing, the better your drawings look. That's what that separates your drawing from the amateurs, because you're the professional, artistic, just cool Einsteins. Thumbs up. Yeah. Keep adding lots of details to make your drawing really stand out. I'm going to put near eye here, and here's overlapping. Now I'm going to use some contour. Watch this. I'm going to take these lines, contour, and come in really tight on this one. I'm going to see contour lines, wrap it around. In them a lot. Sometimes if you want, you can move your paper around. See, I can't really move my big sketch pad. Curving the lines like this, curving it here. That's contour. Any word, any line that wraps around the object to give it volume and depth. Then you put some shading to make it look. Now I'm going to have the light source coming from this. So we'll put an arrow here. Since you kids are taking notes, you little Einstein college scholastic achievers, you guys like little calculus students. You're calculating the direction of the light. Now it's not in the water. It's coming shining down through the surface. So light's up here. So we're going to shade right down inside here. Right over here like that. We'll shade down inside here. We'll go up across. Look at that. You can blend it all you want. Across here like that. A little, oh, we forgot the details. Details. Put the eyelashes here. Oh, this is a beautiful day. Swim along here. Is that common here? Common little jellyfish. I love to swim.
I see. Wow. What are you doing?
They protect the reef competitors, but we protect them competitors. Sharks. When it gets really crazy, it's all shark.
Hey, Pucci.
Sharks back like this. Now, this is overlapping. And we already see famous Dr. Seuss overlapping line here.
Thanks
The
for watching.
shark's mouth coming over.
Until next time.
Now this is size. That's
Lindy.
what I'm talking about. You have the inner part of the shark coming larger. Either way, it gets smaller. Up. All the way. See that? That's a thresher shark. See, that's overlapping back behind it. The shark's coming around here. I'm darkening inside the shark's mouth. All the way across. Now, these are just a few species that live around the reef. Now, these reefs are all over the world. You can find these reefs in Thailand, and you can find these reefs in Africa and Australia, down the southern coast of Florida. Now, I like to scuba dive on the reefs off Southern California. Not really reefs, because reefs are built up with that limestone. Really, these are like the soft coral forests that I like to really good to get ideas for your drawing. Now, I'm going to come back to my shark, and I'm going to draw the pectoral fins. Ooh, like a scientist. When you draw, you start identifying things on your paper, showing people how things work, how they fit together. You're like a scientist with a pencil communicating with scientists. And we want to see another way of communicating some really neat animation. Now, these high school students have done some really neat animation to convey a message. Say yes to drawing, yes to positive friendship, say no to smoking, no to drugs. Take a look at this.
It's nothing, dear. Go back inside. So you thought you can just leave us two behind, huh? I decided to walk my own path, and it's about time you do the same. This is not a negotiation. You either come back, or I cap your ass.
Looks like this meetup is gonna be a blast.
Hey, shut up. We're not doing that. Well then, if you have the balls to shoot me, then do it. I'm gonna count to 3.
Great animated piece. LA's best students at Menlo Avenue Elementary School. Those are elementary school students. I thought they were high school students until I saw their elementary school. You kids can do that. Take out your video equipment and you can animate your own messages for around all over the international distribution. I want to see your drawings, and I want to see all kinds of great pictures expressed in your drawing. Take a look at this picture, this painting from the Masters Gallery, from National Gallery of Art in Smithsonian. This is a canal painting.
God, I can't feel my legs. Is this normal?
What happens to old bridges and ancient buildings when they fall into ruin? Sometimes a family moves in with children, cows, and the weekly laundry. Take a look at this old tow house, and you can plant a garden on the roof. This is what's happening to the Roman bridge in Robert's painting. Now, Robert lived in Paris from 1765 to 1808. He put his fascination with picturesque ruins to good use. He was a landscape designer as well as a painter.
Ooh.
Gardens. Isn't that a beautiful painting? You kids can just get inspired. Go into any gallery.
You even watching this?
Mommy,
I want to
go
see
away.
your master drawings, your masterpieces. Know them
Go away.
right here at Mark Kistler, Student Art Gallery, the Fine Art Gallery of Geniuses, Post Office Box 41031, Santa Barbara, California 93140. Or you can always check out the internet page on the website at worldwideweb.draw3d.com. You have your pencil, you don't need all the computer stuff because you have your mighty pencil power. Well, let's go right into our reef drawing. So we do some of the creatures on the reef. We do a fish, we do a jellyfish, we do a shark, add a little more shade. Now there's probably 30,000 different types of reef you could do. I'm going to start with a boulder reef right here. Now what happens is these boulders are built over millions of years. These giant reef structures. They're built with these polyps, these flower-shaped creatures. Now these are really alive. See, these are creatures that live on the reef, and they're stationary. They're alive, but the spoon has to swim by them for them to get to the reef. Wouldn't that be kind of a bummer? Your little fish right here, they're swimming along, minding your own business. And all of a sudden, they'll pull up here, grabs you, and has you for lunch. Mom, help me! I'm having a difficult day. Tell me that wouldn't ruin your day, fishing along here. Hey man, fine. You know, some fish and some of these polyps on the reef, sometimes they have this really neat relationship where one of them protects the other one and they coexist. There's a boulder reef right here. I'm going to put just a couple of them block it in line and let it it's a big boulder reef. And then back here, this is a fun one. For a big brain coral. Kind of the same size, shape as that boulder reef. These are limestone. As the polyps die, they leave their skeleton, and over the millions of years, they build up. That's why they're so delicate. They have millions of years to build up. And the pollution from the past century has really been affecting life on the reef. It's really been destroyed. That's why we have to be so careful as human beings in taking care of this precious, beautiful resource. Even, one of the dangers, even me being a scuba diver, you have to be careful not to touch anything or have your fins scrape the bottom. It wasn't even Australia when you're traveling on the reef. It was the instructions for all the tourists telling us to be very careful of our fins so it wouldn't kill the plankton, the phytoplankton, and all the microscopic organisms that live on the reef. Now take a look at this right here. I want to show the kids the brain. Look at this brain coral. Isn't that cool? And this really looks like it's a bright orange or yellow. All kinds of life that lives down there. You can just do this by overlapping, using contour line. You build this brain coral up here. All of it. And then there's other stuff. There's brain coral, there's boulder coral. We'll kind of shade this in a little bit so you get the idea. There's the polyps that build it. Polyps live on there. And as they die, the limestone they leave behind builds up and up and up. And pretty soon you have these giant coral reefs hundreds of miles off the coast of these islands. Now one of my favorite coral, I think I'll do it over here on this side. Give kids a better view right underneath the fish. One of my favorites is the tube coral. Now, some people name these the tube sponge, tube coral. They're softer, and they can suck in their food through their openings. They're like the giant mouths, and they're always hungry. There's overlapping. I'm going to use some contour lines here. That's one of our Renaissance words today. Add the shade here, blend this along. Now, I'm going to just change, since the water's flowing and you have all that movement in the water. I want to put maybe like just a few little seagrass. Maybe put some purple tipped coral here, flowing in the current. See that? As much detail as you can add to make your drawing look more beautiful. You can add color, of course, later on. I don't have time to add lots of color. Well, you wait till Kinsalga's coming up. She's doing some really neat paintings with watercolor showing you how to add color to your sketches and drawings. Look at it. See that tube behind it overlapping? Now watch this. Even though this is interesting, I'm going to go opposite. I think I'll put right. Can we get up here? I want to show the kids something. Even if I draw this tube huge, this is an old grandpa tube. Look at this. This old tube coral. Even if this one is enormous, it still is further away because it's overlapping. Remember, usually when you draw something larger, it looks closer to you. Well, sometimes overlapping is more powerful than size. So there's a certain level of importance for each of these words, and you'll discover them as you practice your drawing. You'll discover which one's more powerful and which one you can use to overpower the other words. It's kind of fun. You can manipulate these words, become molecule manipulators on your piece of paper. darken it. This is a really good idea. I know I'm going fast. I want to show you a couple students now. Just take a second. I really want to show you the dark inside here. You can take a pencil, put nice soft. Where's my handy dandy? I'm going to go back up to the chin. Watch this. I'm going to use this rolled up paper, the stump. You can use anything, even your fingers. Get your fingers here and get them all messy. Get your hands all dirty. Mom, look, I got my hands filthy. I've been drawing with my art attack. Art attack! Now, make sure you wash your hands before you go around hugging your mom and all your friends and putting your hands on light switches. Look down here. All right, all kinds of detail. Kind of blend in the brain coral. Did we cover all that? Brain coral, we have brain coral, we have lettuce coral, there's elkhorn coral. We can have all kinds of good ideas to maybe check out a book from your library. That's what I did when I wanted to practice some drawing, some corals. The sea-fat coral, really beautiful purple coral, all kinds of neat ideas. Let me show you a couple student drawings that have been mailed in to me. I love showing you these things. Now, this picture right here is from Andrew. He's 11 years old. He lives in New York. Look, there's Andrew, the genius. I am the drawing master drawer. Look at that. Yes, I am the artist. Look at that. He's like the masterpiece painter. He has the fish up here, the starfish. There's the treasure chest. I'm going to show you another drawing. Here's Michelle. She's 11. She's 14. She's from Wisconsin. Take a look at that. She sent her picture in. She sent a self-addressed stamped envelope. Way to go. Look, she's up here. I am the artist of the undersea. Beautiful. I like her flag. Look, you put the song. Shade, shade.
Did you want to tell us?
We like she shade. She's like a musical type of artist. Let me show you one more drawing. Take a look at this. I just have so much mail. I think that's the hardest part of putting together a lesson for you kids. Is trying to find just a few drawings to show you. Now take a look at this undersea drawing. This is a painting. Ooh, Kim Salga's gonna like this. Check that out. There's color in the picture. And this is what she wrote. She wrote, to Mr. Mark Kistler. Boy, she's so formal. You don't have to be so formal. Just call me Mark. Or you call me Mark. My whole room is covered with pictures I drew, and it looks like a museum. I like this. I like that. Whenever you see you would like to have a friend you can draw. Oh, there's so many neat ideas in that letter. I don't have time to read the whole thing. So, what I'd like to do right now is I want to show you and introduce you to a very special art friend of mine. Her name is Kim Salga. She's an author and she's an art teacher. I can't wait to see some of her great activities, some of her watercolors she has to show us today. Let's take a look at what she's up to.
It looks really familiar somehow.
Kim Salga's back. Kim, welcome back to the Imagination Station.
Hey, you're here today.
You do. I bequeath the throne to you, O Queen of the Arts. So what have you got for us today?
Today I've got some art that was made by some children who used pictures, photographs of tropical fish to do an incredibly detailed drawing. These are fish. You probably saw some.
Look at the close-up right here. Just move over just a bit so that the camera can get a good shot of this close-up of the color on the fish. See, listen, now tell me how they went through the process of this fish.
Well, whoever drew this picture would look very closely at a photograph of a real fish. I'm not sure what kind of fish is one with the mouth that goes up. It's almost like a parrot.
It's like National Geographic magazine or something. Is that where they got the picture?
That wildlife books out of the.
Your overlap. See that? I like the lines back here giving it the texture.
I've got some sort of sea plant coming up in the back here, some sort of a strange.
Now, did the children, when they designed this, they start with the ink drawing first and then they add color?
Start with the pencil drawing first, pencil sketch first, then an ink drawing, and then color. At this point, I think they used a color felt pen to go over his purple, blue, orange, green, yellow. Wonderful, incredible dots and patterns. This is one that has incredible stripes on it. This looks like, I think, an angel.
Look at this
An
now.
angelfish.
It looks like almost like a halibut. You can have all kinds of. You know what this reminds me of is that symbol on the gutters. You know when you are in some coastal communities, they have the fish symbols that are stamped on. It says "Don't pollute, we live downstream."
Yeah.
So kind of your kids are having that international message on their painting. Tell me about this marbleized background.
Doesn't that look beautiful? That is just like sunshine
How do they do that?
filtering through the water. Well, that's what I came here to show you.
Let me see.
So we've got one here that was done without the background on it. It's a parrotfish, beautiful striped fins, a brain coral.
Brain
Get
coral,
the
there
brain
it is,
coral,
sure.
seaweed. I think what they used to do the background, to make that glittery sunlight background, is plastic wrap. Just regular old kitchen plastic some watercolor paint,
There's some
and
watercolor supply
some
there.
water and brush.
Well, I mean, I think almost every child in the country has a watercolor supply at the
Totally
school.
basic.
You can all
So-
use this at school or at home.
To do a beautiful, sparkling background, mix a couple colors of paint together. Blue and green are incredibly good for sea pictures. Get your paints wet.
They're a little diluted now.
Get lots of water with it. This is
It's like a
painting
wash.
water.
It's a
Painting
wash.
water, you might as well use water.
Right?
Now watch what happens here. You take
I like that.
load
I just
your
got your
paintbrush.
joke. You're painting water, you might as well put a lot of water in your drawing. I have a quick, I tell you,
Load your
us
brush up.
genius artists, we're fast, I tell you.
Load your brush up with lots of water. Start in a corner of your painting. Puddle it on real hard. Okay? Right up to the edge of the painting, right up to the edge of the drawing. Okay? See how this nice, beautiful sort of a sea blue color? I made lots of paint ahead of time, so I don't have to stop and go mix more paint. I've got plenty of it here. Let your paintbrush sort of float in here around your drawing. But oh, now before it gets dry, we're done to this part of the
The
coral.
plastic stuff?
You crumple up a piece of plastic and pat it on top. Leave it there, okay? Kind of see what's happening. The plastic makes some of the paint pull together in one area and other paint
Physics lesson
pull
here,
away
kids.
from other areas.
Compressed
Keep
air.
painting over to the side, more paint. Keep going around your fish.
Physics
Fast.
with kids sold it.
You're working fast, you're getting lots of water on it. Another piece of plastic wrap on that.
And you just keep layering it up.
Keep going it. Now, the trick is let it dry. Let it dry for, okay, it's an hour later. Are you ready?
Oh, an hour has
An hour
passed.
has
The magic of
passed.
television.
In the magic of television, an hour has passed, and
Look at that.
ta-da, you pull it off and look at those
Look at the
patterns.
marbleized texture.
Isn't that something?
This is wonderful. Now, if kids want to send in their pictures to you, or if they want to get any kind of information, like you have all kinds of drawing books for the kids, and you have neat resource material, all they have to do is have to write to you at the zip code in Mount Shasta, California, at 96067. That's kids are.
Mount Shasta is such a small town that
Oh, they know.
the post office will
Oh, you
find
need a
us.
zip code. Tell me, show me some of the paintings in your paint book here.
This
from
is
Kids
a
Art.
paint book. It's a book that we produced, and it has
Okay.
this
Good luck,
particular
guys.
activity.
Oh, look at your name in print. Isn't that exciting?
It's the best thing.
I tell you, all these kids are going to be famous publishers too. They're going to be famous authors.
Now, in the
Look
book,
at
we
the
call
textures.
this crystal texture. Not only can you use plastic wrap, you can use aluminum foil. You can use wax paper, which is a beautiful color design. They did an abstract design.
What's this over here? What's this honeycomb?
Ooh, guess. Guess. What do you think made that?
I
Bubble
was
wrap.
about to say paper wrap. That's
Bubble wrap. You know, the things that something fragile is shipped to you in the
It comes
mail.
right back to
Like
the.
a
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it comes back to my environmental.
What?
idea. You can recycle old. So trash can make art
I
supplies.
can't hear you.
And the child who did this one put fern
Here,
leaves
move over
on
just a
it.
bit so you get a nice close up. Beautiful
Isn't that
shot.
gorgeous?
They used print. They printed leaves in their pictures.
Lots and
Beautiful.
lots of beautiful colors. The more colors that you use, the better.
You have another page of art. Oh, look at they have all kinds of activities.
All sorts of activities
Here,
in
tell me
here.
about this one right here. We have a minute. I want you to tell me about this one.
Well, as well as making pictures with real objects and real animals, you can make abstract designs. This is a crystal print or a bubble wrap print that whoever made it did lots of different colors. Purple, lavender, red, blue, green. Put the plastic wrap on it when it
This
came
is
up.
actually thread in it. You can't really see
There's
it.
thread glued down on it.
It's thread. All this is thread. They actually drew with thread.
And a little felt pen line, kind of following the example of the paint, the way it accidentally made it very consistent.
So all the children need to do is to have some paper, have some watercolor supplies, some water. They do a drawing first with pencil. They ink it in, they add the color, and they can do the background. Use the plastic wrap to create some kind of texture. Did I get it?
Absolutely,
I
you
got
got
it
it.
all.
You are a
Yeah.
genius.
Time for an art attack. Art attack. Hey guys, draw every day. Stay in a super positive attitude. Paint, paint, paint. Remember the three Ds. Dream it, draw it, do it. I'll see you right back here on the Imagination Station. Thumbs up. Yeah.
Kistler's Imagination Station is made possible by Simon & Schuster, publisher of Mark Kistler's drawing books and other fine books for children. The Mark Kistler Fund for Creative Children's Television, encouraging children to explore their imaginations through drawing, reading, and the arts. And Robert Newstaff Productions, drawing on television to advance art, science, and literature in our children's future. And geniuses like you.